Well, Hale, you're the honorary chair of this tournament. What does that mean to you?
Well, this is it. This is the chair.
There it is. Right
That's
there.
what I get. Well, it's a real honor to be here and working with the USGA team and Russ Miller, a longtime personal friend. Putting the Broadmoor, it doesn't have to be on the map, but just emphasize what a great facility this is. So I'm here to do what I can to help promote the U.S. Senior Open and see a lot of my old buddies that I used to play against and are still friends. And it's been a lot of fun so far, and I think we're looking forward to a fantastic competitive experience that we're going to see, especially when they end up on the green right behind us.
Talk about your history with this golf course. You've played, you've been an honorary chair, you work with the kids like crazy. Tell us a little bit about your experience here at Broadmoor East.
Well, I don't know if words will adequately express and color the excitement that my wife and I have had here. In fact, we're coming back after this event. We're going to stay for a few days and we're coming back later this summer because we enjoy it so much. But a lot has to go to the Broadmoor team. And again, I'm going to point to my friend here he and his golf department do such a great job with their members and guests. Of course, the facility itself offers what do you want to do? They can do it. They don't know the word no, and I think that's great. So we thoroughly enjoy it. As you can see, the backdrop is fantastic. You have to enjoy the Rocky Mountains when you're here, and if you don't, then go back home. Yeah, if you enjoy that more, I don't think you will.
What's your favorite story? If somebody says Broadmoor East, you get a story that pops in your head. What is that story?
Well, I have a story. I'm not sure it's my favorite one, but and he knows what I'm talking about. Quit laughing at me. Well, it was when I was on the first tee, getting ready to make my swing, and that's what you're shaking your head about. You probably know. Okay, well, we'll tell it again. We had a press conference, I don't know, maybe a month or so, 2 months before the event itself, and we're up on the patio there and hit a ball down to the green and hit a great shot and all that. But now you're hearing the chimes from the Will Rogers Shrine. Well, somebody asked me, what'll be the most difficult part about the golf course? And I said, the Will Rogers Shrine if it goes off in somebody's swing. It went off in the middle of my swing. Well, I tried to stop my swing. I didn't, and I hit it about 20 or 30 feet, dead left, over against a tree. And it was kind of an embarrassing moment. I did end up making a par miraculously somehow. Now, is that my favorite story? No, but it's the story most often referenced.
Why are you so active with the juniors?
Why not? They're our future. I love the kids. They have an exuberance. They have an innocence of youth, and if we can help bring that innocence into maturity and make it something that provides society with something positive, we have so much conflict in our world now that if we can help these kids distinguish between right and wrong and what is in their heart and what somebody wants them to be instead of what they want to be themselves, then I'm all for it. I'm all in, and they're great.
I overheard you at a junior clinic once telling them that they didn't need lines on their ball. You said just drop it, knock it in the hole. Do you still give that advice?
Yes, because it's simple that way. I think we try to make things so complex now. As juniors, these kids are getting instruction. Well, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's almost over the top with its detail. And let them grow. You let them play other sports. Let them develop as human beings. Because if they want to be a professional golfer, good luck. But there's thousands and thousands of other kids out there that want to be the same. There's only so many Rory McIlroys. There's only so many Scotty Schefflers. There's only so many Jack Nicklauses and Tiger Woods. So getting to the pinnacle is very, very difficult, but those guys find their own way. They may have help along the way, but those people find their own way, and that's what we have to teach kids now. Find your own way.
Russ, talk about your relationship with Hale over the years and how instrumental he's been. He's such an ambassador for not only golf, but also the Broadmoor.
Absolutely. Like Hale mentioned, we're very good friends, and I have never called Hale and said, hey, can you help me do this clinic or help do this and that. He's always said yes, and I appreciate that. But if you see people sitting around, just want to be around him, want to see him. 5-time U.S. Open champion, 3-time U.S. Open, 2-time Senior Open. So one, he's a great player, but more, he's a great person. We'll do 3 different activities today where we're with wounded warriors, we're with children. We're giving back, and we're blessed to have received in the golf world the chance to give a little bit back. He's done it playing, and I've done it whatever I do, administrating. And we have fun. One thing we talk about a lot is every time we do something, we laugh. And we're not saving lives out here. We're playing golf tournament, and we just have a good time together. We hang out. We're buddies.
Assuming it's appropriate for television, what's your favorite story?
It's not appropriate for television. I can't say.
I know what you're going to say. And no, you're right. Clean it up a little bit.
I'll clean it up. So in previous U.S. Senior Opens, being a future site at the time, I would go to them and visit and learn things. But we'd always hang out at night, just the 2 of us. And we would always find the most off-the-path, beaten up, shingled house, whatever, and eat dinner. So we've had some pretty good experiences. And we've had some good fried chicken around the Southeast. But that's one thing we just did. We would just go hang out and talk and laugh and have a good time. And a lot of those people don't even know who he is, and they certainly don't know who I am. So we just enjoy life.
Love that. Let's talk about the future. The USGA made an announcement yesterday that this is going to be the home for the U.S. Senior Open in 2031 and 2037. So that's huge, and that's awesome. Talk about that.
Yeah, it's so great for this city. This isn't a Broadmoor thing. This is a Colorado Springs, El Paso County, state of Colorado. You know, Mayor Yemi, he really appreciates what this does for our economic value of our city. Police, fire, everyone that gets involved in this. And there's 1,700 volunteers that embrace this week. So to have the chance to bring that back every 6 years and see the greatest players in the world, on behalf of the Broadmoor, we're very, very thankful to be able to host it many more times, we hope.
And Hale, that didn't surprise you that this is going to be the home of future?
Absolutely not. But you know what? If I may, those 2 kids over there that we saw earlier, they're not paying attention now, but we're talking about the future. We're talking about the future. Just want to see now. We're talking about these 2 young people. One of you right here.
We got 3
right
now.
Now 3. Okay, the girl goes in the middle. So she's the rose between the thorns. Here is the future, right here. Here's our future. And when these kids are out here in 31, 37, they're going to be a lot different than they are now. But we hope that what they learn here today, they'll have even more positive effect on their lives later on. So here's our future. It's not just the USGA Senior Open, it's the future of golf and these kids. So that's why we do it. Absolutely.
You guys excited to meet Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you know about him?
Yes.
Yeah?
So why don't you guys introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Luke.
Luke, and how old are you, Luke?
I'm 8.
8?
I'm Meredith, and I'm 11.
Okay.
I'm Samuel, and I'm 10.
There you go.
You guys play golf?
Yeah.
Yeah? You good? I love that. I love that.
So that's why we're here. It's people like this that are going to be our next generation of golfers, and we hope they love it as much as we do.
One last question for you, sir. If I gave you a set of clubs and you went out and played right now, what do you think you'd shoot?
You know, it's been great seeing you guys. You need to just go on over. That's fine. That's fine.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
That's a nasty question. I quit because I don't play anymore. Well, I have a set of clubs here, but they finally showed up. I don't know. I really don't. I don't. The competitive mindset that these guys have is different than what we have. The mindset that I used to have, and I started losing it, that's when you retire. That's when it's hard to go back to that. Once you leave it, it's hard to go back to that. It's a different, I won't say it only comes once in life, but it lasts. And when that candle burns down, it's hard to relight a wick that's not there.
Sure.
So I enjoy the game. Do I miss it?
Miss it?
Most of the time, not all the time. When I don't miss it's when I go out and try and do what you asked me to do. I enjoy golf, certainly. I enjoy the kids. I enjoy helping the kids. I enjoy helping anybody that wants to know a little bit about the game, whether it be a swing, which I'm not a teacher, but I'm an observer. Know something about the players and what they see. They only see the guys inside the ropes. They don't know who they are outside the ropes, and they're great people outside the ropes. And that I enjoy being, people only know Russ as a director of golf. I know him as a friend, and what we've done in the past is great fun, and he's a great human being, and I like to be around that. So playing versus being this way, I tend to move this way.
Russ, will you be behind some of the greens this week, looking for players to scratch their heads after certain putts?
Absolutely, and they're going to be scratching their heads a lot.
How's rain playing for you?
You know, Joe, with first thing this morning, we got up and remeasured how fast the ball was rolling, basically, and how firm the greens were. And we lost very little speed last night. So if we can dry out a couple days, and we had them exactly where they need to be, and that's not me, that's Fred Dickman and his team. But they were right where we wanted to be for the Thursday through Sunday. When we get a couple days like this, we'll be back. It's fun to ask the players when they come off the golf course, well, how was it? And the first thing they say is, I'm exhausted. Not from the walk, but from these blank, blank, blank greens. And everybody goes, Russ, you've been here a long time. What's the secret? And there is no secret. They're just difficult. But I think that's another thing that makes this golf course great. It's not the length of the golf course. It's a little bit of the rough, but it's those greens. And it's fun. A few guys have been here for many years playing back in the old Broadmoor Invitation, and then 2008 and 2018, and they go, I haven't learned a thing, and I've been here for 30 years, you know. So it's kind of fun. I don't want to see them mess up by any means. We want them to have a great experience. But they're not going to shoot 24 under par in 4 days. I think it's going to be 3 to 5 under par, and we don't set it up for a certain score, but I just know how this course plays.
Interestingly, I asked David Toms, you know, the winner of the last Senior Open here, how did he play that week? Because he played very well. He said he hit a lot of fairways, which you have to do. He hit the greens, but he putted well. So I think anybody that intends to have any kind of contention, they're going to put the ball in the fairway. This rough is it's too, you can't hit the greens, especially with some of the hole locations they're going to have. Then you got to almost ignore where the flag is at times and just put it somewhere you have a putt, because the greens are big, but they have a lot of undulations, and with Cheyenne Mountain behind us and the town that way, there's a big slope that goes this way that a lot of players don't sense. Now, after a few days they will, and the caddies will get the hang of it, but you still got to dial it into that last eighth of an inch, and that's difficult. So the person that plays this course well, tee to green, will have a much better chance, even though their putting stats may be the same, but they won't be. Because the guy that puts it in the right spot on the greens, that has a chance to not one putt, but to keep from 3 putting, will be the guy that'll accept the trophy.
Thank you, gentlemen. Looking forward to a great week.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Good to be here.